And I'm like,
Mm.
we had a pretty good healthy amount, mom and I, and I'm like, yeah, money's not going to run out until it runs out. So we got ourselves in a situation where we had 5 refis, and this was a few years ago, and we had 5 refinances around the time that the interest rates went up. So we were trucking along doing the Burr strategy, 80%, cash out refinance, 80% cash out refinance until they dropped it to a 65% because they didn't know what was going on.
Mm-mm.
And so this was like 2 years ago. And at that point, this is when Vin was in my life, and he has been doing real estate for 20 years, fix and flipper out in California. And he's like, why aren't you leveraging other people's money? And so for me, I was like, I'm an entrepreneurial woman. I've done bad by myself. I don't need anybody's money. I don't want to owe anybody in the streets. Yeah, right.
Mm.
So when I had that mindset, and that's what I continuously had at that time, I got into a situation. I'm like, I know I ran my numbers right. I know we're doing good with midterm rentals. I know we have cash flow. Where did I go wrong? So we finally had some conversations with more seasonal people, and they said, well, how much have you been putting down? I'm like, I've been putting anywhere from 45 to 65% down because we didn't know how to leverage then. We wanted to say we don't want to owe the banks, we don't want to owe anybody. And I realized that's not the right way to do things, as far as to make it work in your favor. Now everybody has different ways on the way that they actually invest. So at
Mm.
that point, he says you have equity in your properties. So go and start knocking on doors to be able to do that. It was around Thanksgiving during this time, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know. I'm so scared. And I had no idea.